ahead on DC News Now.
Well, we are going to be tracking storms as we end out the work week. Keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast and what to expect coming up.
Fairfax County Police releasing the name of the suspect who shot at 2 officers. The new details we're learning.
The Redskins, perhaps that's a little different, a little bit different, but I can tell you that I spoke to people of Indian heritage that love that name and they love that team, and I think it's I think it's a superior name to what they have right now.
And the district reacts after President Donald Trump comments on Washington Commanders' team name.
The importance of safety during Work Zone Awareness Week, how you can make a difference.
And on Bring Your Kid to Work Day, some children getting a first-hand look at what it takes to be a police officer.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. Fairfax County Police releasing the name of the suspect accused of shooting and injuring 2 police officers yesterday during a traffic stop.
Police say 36-year-old Jamal Wally was shot and killed by a 2-year veteran of the department. That officer is now on administrative leave. Investigators say that Wally was argumentative and refused to obey commands. He was shot 4 times and died at the scene. The 2 police officers who shot had non-life-threatening injuries.
I'm certain that these officers are lucky to be alive. I'm certain that they were fired upon by a gunman whose intention was to kill them. And I'm certain that the bravery exhibited by the 3rd officer on the scene ultimately saved their lives.
And police say the body-worn camera footage will be released within 30 days. The Office of the Commonwealth's Attorney is investigating the incident.
Students at West Potomac High School returned to the classroom this morning, just 1 day after a 16-year-old student was stabbed in the hallway by another teenage student. And today, weapon detectors were installed at the Fairfax County High School. Officials say 3 students were fighting in the hallway Wednesday morning when the 16-year-old was stabbed. A school resource officer was able to help the victim, and police recovered the knife. That teen suspect has been charged with malicious wounding. Students shared their thoughts on arriving to new security measures at school this morning.
Would, but at the same time, it's kind of just, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't care what the thing does, and I don't think that's really going to have an effect on anything. I think it will have a stronger impact, though, with people being like, since there is this there, I can't do this and that.
School board members are now asking county leaders to increase security at all middle schools and high schools, installing weapon detectors and video cameras.
All right, let's take a live look outside on this Friday Eve at the Washington Monument. Getting toasting a nice day in the region.
Really? We've had 4 straight days of beautiful weather. Can we keep it going? Let's talk to meteorologist Brittany Ward, who's in for Damon Matson today. Brittany, let's get a check of our late afternoon forecast. How high are those temperatures getting?
You know, we are still holding on to the 70s, a few locations hitting the 80s this hour, but the dry stretch will be coming to an end as we end out the work week. So let's talk about those temperatures heading out right now. We're sitting at 79 degrees in DC, lower 80s as you head over there to Manassas. 79 is the current temperature in Martinsburg, West Virginia. You're sitting in the lower to mid 80s, back off to the north and west out towards Cumberland as well as Kaiser. So not a bad start to our afternoon. Winds are on the lighter side, shifting out of the south, ushering in that warm air. We're seeing wind speeds here in the nation's capital sustain at about 11 miles per hour. So again, not a bad afternoon. As you continue your evening commute, we'll be holding on to a mixture of sun and clouds. Those temperatures still expected to be in the 70s. Then we start to see lower 70s as we head right around that 7 o'clock hour, upper 60s to talk about as we start to open up your Thursday night, and then it looks like we are going to be tracking rain as we head into your Friday. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast, the timing of that rain, and what to expect heading into the weekend, guys, coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you. And taking a live look at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City, thousands and thousands of people from around the world continue to pay their respects to the late Pope Francis. The Vatican says they kept the door open all night due to the higher than expected turnout. One California woman who flew to see the Pope while on vacation said that she waited in line for more than 2 hours.
We woke up at 6, got here by 6:45, and we waited about 2 hours. Yeah, it wasn't horrific, but yeah, it's very overwhelming when you walk in just because of the feeling, everything. everything. Everybody walking in, you see the emotions of everybody.
Visitation continues through Friday at 7 p.m. The funeral for Pope Francis will be held Saturday, 3 a.m. our time.
We continue coverage on the legal battle around Kilmar Abrego Garcia. His re-entry status to the United States has been in limbo ever since he was mistakenly deported by the Trump administration. The administration now has more time to explain what they've done to bring him back. DC News Now's Candace Cole has more.
Federal District Judge Paula Zinnes has granted a 7-day stay on the order she issued Tuesday that demanded the Trump administration give a detailed account on how they're facilitating Kilmar Abrego Garcia's return to Maryland from El Salvador, now giving them until April 30th to furnish that information. However, there is still a requirement in place for the administration to provide Judge Zinnes with daily updates. Attorneys for the Trump administration argue that the information surrounding Abrego Garcia's case contains state secrets that are protected under attorney-client and government privilege. Abrego Garcia has been stuck in El Salvador since March 12th when he was rounded up with scores of others believed to have Latin American gang ties. He was held for over a month at the notorious Secot prison and has recently been moved to another facility. The Trump administration has already admitted to deporting Abrego Garcia by mistake, but has refused to bring him back to the U.S. Here's Vice President J.D. Vance speaking to reporters about the situation.
I just disagree with the idea that he hasn't been offered due process. He had a couple of immigration hearings. He had a valid deportation order. I think this idea that somehow that we couldn't deport an MS-13 gang member, and he was an MS-13 gang member, is preposterous.
El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele says he has no intention to release Abrego Garcia either, but Senator Chris Van Hollen says they have no legal grounds for keeping him detained.
When I met with the Vice President of El Salvador, it was very clear that the Trump administration was doing nothing to try to get Abrego Garcia out. They're not charging him with any crime. Nobody has charged him with any crime. They say they're holding him because they're being paid by the Trump administration. In other words, this is a fee-for-service deal.
Now, Senator Van Hollen has also warned this case could spark a constitutional crisis. We will continue to watch as this case unfolds and bring you the very latest developments. In the studio, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Candace. In Prince George's County, police arrested 2 suspects connected to carrier schemes. The department's financial crime unit tracked 2 suspects in Ohio and New York. One suspect stole nearly $700,000 from victims. Both fraudsters used a pop-up alert on their victims' computers. Another victim lost $40,000. Police reminding people to stay vigilant.
3 of them made a very convincing, plausible, extremely polished presentation, supposedly safeguarding money that I had in my account. I was actually putting it at risk.
These scammers have some of your information. That's how they build the trust. That's how they create a sense of urgency. As technology goes, investigators have to be extremely creative in catching these guys, and that's what we did in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the sergeant reminding people to never give anyone your information over the phone or through the computer as well.
All right, it is one of the biggest days of the year for the National Football League. We're talking about the NFL draft, and it is tonight. The Washington Commanders looking to secure new talent to the growing team.
Yeah, they're not going to get another Jaden Daniels. We know that because they're going to be picking too far.
Because we got Jaden Daniels already.
Right, that's right. But hey, the name for the team is back in the headlines after President Trump once again weighed in on the subject. The president is again saying that he prefers the team's historic name over the current one. But how do fans feel? And will his words actually have an impact?
Well, we have team coverage right now this afternoon. DC News Now's Jake Rom is in Ashburn, Virginia at the team training facility ahead of the draft.
But first, let's go to DC News Now's Ben Dennis. And Ben, you're in the district. What's certainly a hot topic is getting hotter after the president's comments.
Yeah, it seems to be getting even hotter indeed. Mark, roughly 24 hours ago inside of the White House, President Trump said the previous team name was, quote, superior to the Commanders. Now, team owner Josh Harris just a couple of months ago said the current name is here to stay. Today, we talked with some lifelong fans chiming in about the president's latest remarks.
I think it's a superior name to what they have right now, and it had heritage behind it. It had something special.
President Trump again making a pass at professional football in Washington, taking issue over changing mascot names related to Native Americans.
Washington, the Redskins, perhaps that's a little different, a little bit different, but I can tell you that I spoke to people of Indian heritage that love that name and they love that team.
Mr. Trump's latest high-profile comments Wednesday came after Washington started exploring potential name changes in 2020, saying at the time it appeared to be based on political correctness.
I like Commanders, but I'm a bit of a traditionalist, so don't mind the Redskins.
Before the end of last season's success, 58% of people polled by the Washington Post said they disliked the Commanders' name.
I started calling them Commanders this past season when they came and took command.
Jill Williams is among fans who've started embracing the new name.
I said now they're worthy of that name. It made a big difference.
So you're happy with it for now?
For now, I don't think they need to change it again. Unless they're going back to Redskins.
As for whether the president's comments reach the red zone and prompt a return of the former name, Commanders owner Josh Harris signaled no about-face during the team's season-ending press conference in February.
I think it's now being embraced by our team, by our culture, by our coaching staff, and so we're going with that.
And in light of the latest presidential preference on the subject, we did reach back out to team ownership and Josh Harris. They have yet to respond to our request for comment. Of course, stay posted on air and online as this story develops. Outside of the White House, Ben Dennis, back to you.